Hey, welcome to another Affinity League. It's been a while since I recorded these. This hand is a clear mulligan. This hand is alright. I like the Wilting Chart to protect the Steel Overseer, assuming we don't get Thoughtseized. I've been on vacation the last few weeks, so I haven't had a chance to really record very much modern. This is... I think we can do better. I did play in Grand Prix Santa Clara. I went 7-1 personally. My loss was to an Affinity player who was very good at drawing turn 1 Steel Overseers. Unfortunately, my team went 5-3 overall. But some of our members had pretty horrible luck. I watched our Ramen Up Red player draw Hazoret after Hazoret while being stuck on 3 lands with a Hazoret already in hand. So that was unfortunate. Anyways, this match, Scalding Tarn into Watery Grave. There's probably a Thoughtseize. If this is a Thoughtseize, we're in some amount of trouble. This, we need gas pretty hard. If it's a Serum Visions, then we're okay. Yeah. Need a Cranial Plating or another Steel Overseer. Ravager wouldn't be great here, but I'd take it. Blast is not exciting. Downsides of mulliganing on the play. We don't really have the option of keeping the first hand, and mulliganing to more threats is not the way to go against Thoughtseize type decks. Not that we knew we'd play against one. And then this opponent's on Shadow. Serum Visions. There's no real point in not attacking here, since they're probably going to play Shadow next turn anyways, just off of a fetch land or a shock land, reducing their life total, or a Street Wraith, and they'll play it now. If they play it now, I'll actually just Galvanic Blast the Shadow. The odds of him having 2 Street Wraiths is so astronomically low. And I don't have the cards to really afford to try to, you know, slow roll it and go face with that. It's just better to kill the Shadow. If I had, you know, actual threats and pressure, then I'd consider not killing the Shadow and saving it to go face, but 1 Galvanic Blast and 1 Vault Scourge isn't exactly getting there. Unfortunately, the Inkmoth Nexus is pretty garbage right now. He's on 10 life already. We've got no ways to pump anything, and if we did, we'd probably be pumping the Vault Scourge. So I don't really see us getting there with Infect damage. From here out, the best draw is Etched Champion, followed by Cranial Plating. If he doesn't have another Shadow or Delve threat, then we're in pretty good shape, though. Like, there's a decent hand his hand's just full of... There's a decent chance his hand is just full of discard. I don't think he has a Shadow, because if he had a Shadow... What? He has a Shadow but doesn't fetch the Shock. I guess he's just trying to play around me getting Cranial Platings or something. But I need a threat pretty badly. Well, that qualifies. I'm going to go ahead and not worry about playing around Teamer Battle Rage. I think I'll win more games by not playing around it. thought about trying to save it for the Master of Ethereum, but it's just not worth it. If you can kill the Master of Ethereum, it's gonna die. The reason I'm not playing around these cards is because our position is so tenuous at the moment right now. We just can't afford to play as if he's got all the answers. We just have to hope that his hand is full of unplayable garbage. Which, honestly, there's a better chance that he has, you know, a bunch of Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes rotting in his hand than anything else, because, well, his deck has a lot of them, and we haven't really given him a decent chance to use them since turn 1. Sorry for the yawns. Interesting, he does shock now. What changed? Terminate? Terminate the Master? Terminate on Master would be pretty bad. Angler. Angler attack is for 7. Memnite, animate the Nexus, leaving it untapped. Attack with Master Vault Scourge Ornithopter. Doesn't play around removal, but if he has removal and I don't attack with it, then I'm not getting anywhere anyways. Doing it pre or post combat doesn't matter, since he's gonna wait till the last possible second, and he knows I'm empty-handed anyways, and I have to play empty-handed because I need the Memnite in play to make the Master bigger. If he's a K command, then we get really owned. Fatal Push. So there's a chance he chumps and then pushes. There's a chance he blocks with Angler and pushes something else. Okay, so now he's going to block with Angler, and then we trade off the Master, he goes to 5. Snapcaster was a pretty good card to have. Alright, now what are our outs? Thought Scours. Galvanic Blast isn't out. I am not jumping this turn. Galvanic Blast not an out with Snapcaster Mage not attacking. Blink Moth Nexus, how does that change things? This turns Galvanic Blast into an out. I'm gonna jump with the Ink Moth since it's the least relevant. There's no particularly compelling reason not to pump it, even though I don't think it matters. So I think this thing is now officially arbitrarily large. He's at 5. Play the plating. Equip to Ornithopter. Don't attack. I believe don't attack is the correct line. Because I can't attack for lethal, which means it's better to hold up blockers just in case he has one removal spell. So he plays a Thought Scour, but I have to double jump, go to 1. Then I have 3, 4. So I need to draw a 0-drop artifact. So he needs to have no removal, and then I draw a 0-drop artifact, play the 0-drop artifact, animate, equip attack. Yeah, I think we got there, because if he had any removal he would have played it on one of our creatures last turn and had lethal. Wow, close game. Whoa! Yeah, it does not get much closer than that. I gotta admit. All right, so we want those, not the blasts. Yes, the Thoughtseizes. What do I want to side out against these guys? Side out a Master and the Memnites. Trim a little bit like that. Yeah, looks good. Wow. That was... Yeah, I've had a lot of close matches, but... Yeah, that was good. That was good. There's an argument for not bringing in all 3 Blood Moons since I'm on the draw, but meh. Sometimes you can just sneak it by drawing it after their Thoughtseize and then owning them. Yeah, this is worth keeping. Has some threats. Has some cards. We have stuff to do. It'll be interesting if they Thoughtseize us. Do they take the Ravager or the Blood Moon? And by if, I mean when. I'm placing bets on taking Ravager. Okay. I was wrong. Ooh, that's nice. Start with a Pest. Next turn I'll probably play Citadel, so that if I need to make Ravager a 3/3 I can do so. Nah, that doesn't make sense. There's nothing, well, basically nothing that punishes me for having a 2/2 instead of a 3/3. We'll see. I mean, Kozilek's Return is, I suppose, a thing. I could play Vault Scourge and Thoughtseize, or I could play Thoughtseize and then Vault Scourge. I think I like that line. Let's see what's in their hand. Probably take out a delve threat, potentially. Rejection, push, angler, Tassier. Well, I guess I'll take a fatal push. Not much point in taking a delve threat if he's got two. So now he has a rejection that I have to fight through. Maybe I should have taken the rejection. Thing is that right now I've got a bunch of push targets in the man lands. Sorry if you can hear my G-Chat pinging in the background. I'm not sure what the settings on OBS are right now. Deal with that after the match, in between videos. Normally I close it so I can't get pinged, but I forget sometimes. Alright, so we have a zombie fish. Well, I don't know if we can beat a 5/5 from here, but I do know that we're going to find out, because he's not casting any more spells that matter for the rest of the game. So there. Unfortunately, we don't have very much going on, so beating the zombie fish is actually going to be tricky. Mox Opal. So we have 4 artifacts. So next turn we're going to take the hit from the zombie fish and see what we can draw. So I'm under the assumption he can't cast spells for the rest of the game. So we go down to 4. The big thing is we figure out how to neutralize this, and then we go from there. So we play these things. We go to 4. If we need to, we can have another turn of chump block with Signal Pest, eat to Ravager. Suppose I did not need to play that Spire of Industry. Also, Spire of Industry, along with basically any land that's not Darksteel Citadel, on the list of worst things we could draw. I'm not sacrificing anything here because the Melcraft on Mox Opal might be really important. If we draw Kozilek's Return. Okay, so sacrifice this. Then sacrifice this. Is there any way we can win? No, we can't. There's no card that beats Zombie Fish from there. Alright, that's unfortunate. I thought we had it, but just a little bit too slow. Alright. Needed just a little bit more gas, a little bit less lands. So, this time we're on the play. How is this hand? This hand has stuff, so it's keepable? It's a Mox Opal away from being great. But that's really most Affinity hands are one Mox Opal away from being great. I'm gonna get the plating down while he can't reject it. And play out the Ornithopter. If he wants to play Fatal Push, I'm just gonna let it happen. Interesting. That is strange. Is it Staticaster? Is a potential reason why he would do that? Because he's planning on killing the Signal Pest with Is it Staticaster? Best draw is anything that taps for black. I really want to cast this Thoughtseize. Wow, and he gets the Thoughtseize? Shit. So he has a Tasker in hand, because otherwise he wouldn't have discarded Tasker. Yeah, Spire of Industry, you are slightly too late for that. I will not equip Cranial Plating so that I can hold up Spire of Industry to animate a manland if he kills the Ravager. And because there's a very strong chance that next turn I will be animating and attacking with Inkmoth Nexus plated up next turn. Also, I don't feel compelled to really lower his life total very quickly because he's still out of playing Shadow range. So we're not yet at the part where I race him hard. Now he's going to play a 1-mana Tassiger, leaving Fatal Push in his graveyard. He fetches this, so it's more likely he has rejection. No, he's playing 2? Maybe he's playing an Angler and leaving Fatal Push? I could see it being an Angler. Okay. Darksteel Citadel, so I'll play that. Animate. Equip. Animate. Attack for 7. This way his shadows aren't on. I still have pretty good chance of killing him with the Inkmoth. Snap Push would be awkward. Second Thoughtseize would be great. I think this is Snap Push. Doesn't matter what I leave up. Edge champion's too good. So here he needs rejection. And if he doesn't have rejection, then we have this pretty well locked up since he's never going to kill the Etch champion. Since we have a welding jar. And a Ravager. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the welding jar, move the counter over to the ink moth. So now the angler is brick-walled. He can't play a shadow. Hand discards out. Wouldn't be surprised if he fishes an attack, though. See, I don't get this. Why not fish the attack? There's some small number of cases where someone doesn't block for whatever reason. Granted, I want to do it here, but... Here I do this, and then I equip cranial plating to it, and then I attack. And if he has Kozilek's Return, then I pump it and win. If he has another removal spell, then we see. Kozilek's Return. Pump it. Win the game. Yeah. Nice. Got there. Alright, thanks for watching. Come back for the next match.